Okay, in this video, as you know, here at PureSite, we can help you manage your YouTube ad campaigns, create your ads, so on and so forth. But for those of you who just want to purchase canned commercials and advertise on YouTube yourself, it's actually a lot easier than you might think. So this tutorial I've created so that you can create your own YouTube ad and start advertising on YouTube today, which is very inexpensive, as you'll see in a moment. Okay, so the first thing that you need to make sure that you have in order is you want to make sure that you have a Google account. Now, if you don't have a Google.com account, you just go to Google and create a new one. It's up in the upper right-hand corner when you go to Google.com. You can click the sign in button and then create an account if you don't have one. If you do have a Google account, you can use that account to sign into YouTube. Once you're signed into YouTube, you'll see that you're signed in up here in the upper right-hand corner where my mouse is. You see my picture here. And once you're signed in, you'll be able to upload videos. Now, before we can actually use a video in a commercial or in an ad, in a YouTube ad, we have to upload that video to our YouTube account before we can create the ad. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to go ahead and click upload here in the upper right hand corner, and you're going to be presented with the video upload screen. We'll click once in here, and what you can do is you can upload one or multiple files via this uploader. Right now I'm using Internet Explorer 11. Your browser may be slightly different, but you can select one, or you can select two or three by holding down Control and selecting those, or you can hold down Shift and select a whole range of files. We're just going to upload this one because I know I have not uploaded this one yet, and hopefully I did before, but I deleted it, so hopefully YouTube won't throw an error at me. But we're going to upload this DUI canned commercial. So I'll double click on that, and you'll see that it says upload pending. Now the upload will start in just a moment, and it's going to take a while. This is a very big file, 400 and something megabytes, so it's going to take a bit to upload. But while this is uploading, we're going to go through here. We're going to fill out the rest of these fields that were needed, or that we need to set up our YouTube video. So the first one is our title. We're going to leave the title at DUI canned commercial, because that is actually the title of the video. And then down here in the description, I'm going to type description using keywords and keyword phrases that people might use to search YouTube for this video. You always want to do that when uploading videos to YouTube, is to make sure that in your description you're actually using keywords and keyword phrases that people would actually type into the search engine or into the YouTube search box to improve your SEO or search engine results. So I'm going to type in, this is a canned commercial for DUI/DWI attorneys wishing to get more business and reach out to potential customers. If you are a DUI or DWI attorney and want this video for yourself, please visit us at puresitecreative.com. Okay, now the next section, this is tags. And what tags are is tags is a way to improve search results, but also tie YouTube users and their interests to your videos to help improve those results in the YouTube search engine. So what we're going to use here is just some keywords like DUI. And I'm actually going to type in DUI by itself, hit enter. If you don't find something in the auto suggest box, you can just hit enter for it to accept it, like I just did there. I can also type PureSite Creative, because I know it won't auto suggest something there. Hit enter, and now that's a tag. I can do attorneys, an attorney at law. All right, now I can do DUI attorney, DWI attorney, and so forth. You want to make sure that all the tags that you use are going to be appropriate for your video content. Don't cheat on this, or you will be penalized by YouTube in your search engine ranking. So make sure that all these are applicable to your video. Now down here, YouTube will suggest other tags. So if you see any down here that you'd like to add, you can click on those. I like lawyer, so I'll go ahead and click it and it'll add it for me. And then we'll move on. You'll see here now video thumbnails. A thumbnail is a small representation of your video. And what YouTube does is it randomly picks 3 frames out of the video that you upload to use as a thumbnail. Now, if you have a verified Google account, which means that you verified with Google by providing your cell phone number or your telephone number and a code they've sent you or called you with, then you can bypass the 3 video thumbnails, which we'll see in a little bit once this is done uploading. You can bypass these and you can actually upload a custom thumbnail for your video. So if you wanted to put something together in Photoshop and use that as a thumbnail instead, you can do that as long as your Google account was verified. Okay. Now over here on the right hand side, we've got this drop down box. And in this drop down box, we have 3 privacy settings for this video. We have public, unlisted, and private. Public means that anybody on the internet can, or anybody on YouTube can search as well as view your video, the video that we're uploading now. So that's what public means. Unlisted means that anybody can view your video, but they can't search it. So it won't actually come up in search results in YouTube. If you want to share this with the public, you'll have to do this via a link, via your website or an email, or however you want to do that. So if we were to select unlisted, then for us to get anybody to actually view this commercial, we'd have to take this link over here, right, where it says your video will be live at. We have to take this link and embed it into a hyperlink or embedded iframe back on our website or in our email. So we're going to need this actually, so I'm going to go ahead and copy this and save that for later. Okay. We're going to need this when we start creating our ads. Now we're not actually creating an ad right now. We're only uploading the video that's going to be used for the ad to our YouTube account. Creating the advertisement is going to come in just a little bit, but we have to make sure the video is actually uploaded and saved to our account before we can do anything with it. Okay, so generally I select public for any commercials that I'm going to put on YouTube. That way they do come up in the search results. Why not? That's free advertising right there. You don't have to pay for that. So leave it as public. If not, you can leave it as, or if you don't want to, you can leave it as unlisted. That'll work too if you don't want your commercial to come up in those search results. Finally, the last section is private. If you choose private, you have to actually specifically add people to the list of people who can view this video. And you can add them from your circles, or you can just type in an email address here, or multiple email addresses here separated by commas. And those are the people that would be allowed to view your videos. Okay? But we're going to leave this as public. Okay, the next one is add to playlist. Now, if we wanted to add this to a playlist, we could. For example, if you've got a YouTube account already and you have multiple videos and you want to organize those to make it easier for users, we could add this to a playlist. And I'll go ahead and add this. I have a playlist created already called Canned Attorney Commercials. So I'll select that playlist, then you just click out of it. And you'll see now it's going to be dumped into that playlist. And that just makes it easier for people looking at your YouTube channel. They don't have to go through all of your videos to find the ones that they want. I have a lot on my channel on ambulance marketing, external marketing, canned commercials, you name it. So to save people the headache of going through all of my videos to find the one they need, I put them in playlists so that they can just watch the ones that they want. Now you'll see that the video has completed uploading, and now it's going through the processing phase. And during the processing phase, what YouTube is doing is it's taking your original file and it's encoding it into a file that works for YouTube. You know, YouTube is pretty good about accepting a lot of different video formats, be it QuickTime or MP4 or M4B, I believe it also allows, and on a host of others. So, and once you upload it, what YouTube does is it encodes it or converts it into a file format that it can use. And during this processing, it's also going to create these 3 thumbnails that I mentioned before that we can use as the thumbnails in our search results. Okay, so we're going to wait for this to continue processing, and then we'll come back when it's done. Okay, so we're back, and the processing is done. Now, strangely, for some reason today, YouTube decided not to give me these thumbnails here, which are usually available. So this may be a problem with my browser or whatever, but we can change these actually later in our Creator Studio. So we won't worry about that right now. We're just going to go ahead and hit publish, and this will make our video live. And again, they'll give us the link, right, which we should have saved. If you haven't saved your link, go ahead and save it now. I'll just make sure I have it. And we're done. So the video has been uploaded and it's ready to use in our advertisements. To double check this, all you have to do is go to your icon or your avatar here in the upper right hand corner. Click on that and then click on Creator Studio. Once you're in your Creator Studio, you can go to your video manager, and this will show you all the videos that you've uploaded to YouTube. Now here's our DUI can commercial that we uploaded, and as you can see there's no thumbnail. So I'll go ahead and try to change that now. I'll go here and edit, and let's see. Still not giving us a thumbnail. So it was a very large file, so maybe they're having some trouble on their end processing this. But remember, if you have a verified Google account, you can also click on Custom Thumbnail and upload a JPEG or PNG image to serve as the thumbnail for this video. So we'll go back to the Video Manager and Videos, and we'll see all the videos that we have. This is the one we're going to use. We have the link for it already. So now all we have to do is we scroll down to the bottom. So now all we have to do is scroll down to the bottom of the YouTube site, and down here you'll see a link that says Advertise. Go ahead and click that link. And you can read through all this if you like to. We're just going to go ahead and click Start Advertising on YouTube. Now the first thing to ask for is the URL of the video that we uploaded. So we know the video is good and it is uploaded, so we'll go ahead and paste that here. They're still obviously working on the preview, so that's fine. So we'll go ahead and move on down. We've set the video. So now we're going to add a headline. So we'll put in canned DUI commercial, and we'll put in are you a DUI attorney? Click here to grow your business. Okay, and then you can select a thumbnail. Again, mine aren't working, but you can select a thumbnail for it. We'll select this first one and hit continue. Now in this section, YouTube's asking us where we want to send our customers. Do we want to send our customers to our YouTube channel to view our other videos, or do we want to send our customers to our website to view our website? And in this case, I want them to go to the puresitecreative.com website. So I'm going to click to my website. And there I'll be able to provide the full link or the full URL for my website, which is http://www.puresitecreative.com. And then just hit continue. In the next section, we're going to set how much we want to spend every day. Now, how much you spend a day is going to depend on how much you bid for clicks or cost per views. Right? Every time YouTube shows your commercial, you're going to get charged for that showing of the commercial. So we want to make this a good balance of, how many people do you want to reach in a day, and how much do you want to spend. So for this one, I'm going to change my budget. I don't want to spend $10 a day. Let's say I want to spend, I just want to spend $5 a day on this ad. Okay, so I'll set this to 5. It verifies it up here. Daily budget of 5. Now it's going to ask you your maximum cost per view. Now the maximum cost per view is not what you're always going to pay. It's the max you're going to pay. Now YouTube has an algorithm on their end that basically balances the load of supply and demand for advertisements for your demographic. So if there's a shortage of advertisements for your demographic, then YouTube will serve up your video at the current bid rate. So for example, let's say that you've got a user that types in DUI attorney, and somebody else is advertising to that keyword, but they're only bidding, let's say, 1 cent, right? And you put a maximum bid of 2 cents. So what's basically going to happen is that YouTube will look at that and they'll say, well, we'll go ahead and serve this other ad. We'll serve your ad because you bid a higher click rate, and you'll get charged some fraction of that. So you'll get charged 1.2 cents or 1.4 cents or whatever. Now you can always spend more money, but you can't get money that you overspent back. So I always like to set this very low in the beginning, and I set this at 1 cent. Now I may not get a whole lot of views this way, and I may not even spend my entire $5 budget in a day, depending on what the current bids are for advertising on YouTube. But like I said, you can always spend more money later, and you can always raise this bar later if you want to, but you can't get your money back if you realize that you spent too much. So start this low. Start this at 1 cent, 2 cents, whatever you're comfortable with. Basically at a daily budget of $5, then you're going to show this video. What is that? That's 500 times, right? So not bad. Okay, so once you've set your budget and your maximum cost per view, then we'll just go ahead and hit continue. Now this is where YouTube gets really interesting. We can change all these demographics, right? So if you're a local company and you just want to advertise to local people, this is where you're going to set this. No sense in advertising your pool cleaning business to people in Florida when you live in California, right? So we're going to go through the process here of changing your locations and your demographic here on YouTube. So we're going to click on locations here and delete anything that's in that box. And now we're going to set this to be very local. I'm in Texas, so I'm going to type in El Paso, and we'll see what comes up. So we have El Paso County, Texas, and we also have a couple others that apply, and we're going to add all these. Right, so we have El Paso County, Texas, and then we have El Paso, Texas, United States. We also have Texas 16, and El Paso, Texas City, and that's we have one more. We have this DMA region down here, and that looks like the last one that actually applies to us. El Paso International Airport, if you want to use that one. But we won't. I'll add it. Okay, so now we have our location or our region set, right? So once we've got our region set, we can click done, and now we can edit people's activity, or we can basically crimp down or target this a little better to what? To people searching on YouTube, people watching videos on YouTube, or people browsing the web. Now generally I like to have all three of these checked, okay, because you obviously want to hit people searching on YouTube, or maybe you don't. If you don't, you can always uncheck that. Actually, for this one I may not want that, but for people watching videos on YouTube and for definitely people browsing the web, right? But for this one, actually I'm going to leave all three, and I'll click done. Now I can go to some more demographics, including age, gender, and so forth. So now this is a DUI attorney canned commercial. So basically this applies to anybody who's of driving age. So I'll leave all of these checked, right? And I think males and females probably get DUIs at least in some regard to the same. Now next I can set more of my demographics. I'll go ahead and click on the pencil icon for the attributes, and I can look at what else I can modify here. Now, since this is a DUI commercial and anybody over the age of 16 could potentially get a DUI, I'll go ahead and leave these all checked, all these age demographics checked. Now, if your product, of course, applies to people in a certain age group, you want to uncheck the ones that don't apply. I'll also leave male and female and unknown, because I think everybody does have the potential for getting a DUI. So I'll leave those in there. Now, the one thing that is different, actually, this is a DUI commercial, right? So this actually applies to attorneys. So there probably aren't many attorneys in the 18 to 24 age range. There might be some. Actually, there probably are some in that range. And so we'll leave those there. Okay, the next section we can edit is the user interest. By clicking in that box, Google will give you, or YouTube will give you, a list of all the interests that you can target. You'll want to sift through these and find any that are applicable to your potential ad here. If you leave it blank, it's going to target everybody. So for this one, I can put in business professionals, since that's what attorneys are, and then probably that's about all that applies here. Search through these on your own and see if any of them apply to you. If they do, then just know that you can further restrict your advertising to these demographics. Okay, once we're done, we can click done on that one. We've selected our demographic and our location. We've set our budget, and up here in the upper right hand corner, YouTube is going to give us an estimation of how many ads we're going to show a day. And basically this is saying that we're showing less than 250, or it's estimated we'll show less than 250 ads in a day. If you want to change this, right, because we know that 1 penny goes into $5 500 times. So what YouTube is telling us is that based on our budget and our cost per view that we've set, we're probably bidding a little low. Now again, you can change this if you want to, but I would actually let this run for a day or two to see if that number is actually accurate, because what will end up happening is since bids are always changing, and YouTube goes through periods during the day, during the week, during the month, where it has more and less advertising, then what may be too small of a bid right now may be a perfect bid for 10 o'clock this evening, or next Monday, or next month. So you always want to double check this, come in and check your ad performance all the time. Make sure that you're getting the kind of exposure that you want, and not paying too much for it. So we'll go ahead and hit save and continue. Now YouTube's going to ask, have you advertised with us before? So it says before you can start running your campaign, you need to sign in with an existing AdWords account or create a new one. Do you already have a Google AdWords account that you'd like to use? In this section, we'll say no, and we'll say create an account. And then you're going to go through the whole section on creating your new Google AdWords account. And that's easy enough. It's self-explanatory to go through that. I've shown you the most difficult parts of advertising on YouTube. From here on out, I think you can get this on your own. Okay? Have a great day. Bye.